Hello, Brad Shelkey here at Conversations with Mormons. This is part 5 of God's testimony as my secret weapon for witnessing to Mormons, as well as for thriving in life. Decades ago, I frequented the old library at BYU, the Mormon Church's flagship university in Provo, Utah. Carved in stone above the main entrance was a common Mormon statement: the glory of God is intelligence. Mormons talk much about knowledge, about knowing what is good and right. Some have told me that disobedience is about a lack of knowledge. Their knowledge seems to be informational rather than relational. Many have corrected me, telling me that I can't possibly know that God has already fully welcomed me when I've just said that I know that from God's testimony. In the last episode, I mentioned an insight gained from a Mormon student who said she should have brought Jesus into the conversation. The moral world is a conversation, and it is full of surprises. Were you surprised in the last episode that the downcast Mormon student smiled for the first time when he said that Jesus Christ is the only person who never did evil? Were you surprised when he was beaming by the end as he declared that he should always bring Jesus into the conversation? And were you surprised that as a practicing Mormon, he said that he wanted to pray and thank God for sending Jesus Christ to die in his place to take care of all of his sins without his help? His heart melted and opened as my questions led him to keep bringing Jesus into the conversation. His own words surprised him over and over as he discovered Jesus is the how of every nuance of moral goodness we discussed. Why is it natural, real, and powerful to bring Jesus into the conversation? According to the Apostle Paul, Jesus Christ not only created the moral world, he also holds it together. Both of these are a result of his wisdom, not merely of his choices. How does God's wisdom work? A big surprise in Paul's writing is his double declaration that 1, all the goodness of God is written in the human soul, and 2, every human suppresses that moral knowledge in unrighteousness and irreverence. What does Paul mean by all this, and how does it work? Seeking this out is like a treasure hunt, and I count it a privilege to lead Mormons to discover Jesus Christ in every gem. Is it good for me to suppress my intuitive awareness of God's goodness? Of course not, but Paul says I do it. Why do it if I know it's wrong? That's my dilemma. According to Paul, it's yours too. Have you discovered it? And it's the dilemma of the next Mormon I'm privileged to meet. We're all in the same boat together, and my style of conversation with Mormons welcomes them into my journey into honesty about our common dilemma. A helpful step is to notice another of Paul's declarations. He says that Jesus Christ is all God's wisdom for us, all our righteousness, all our holiness, all our redemption. What a mouthful. Righteousness is a big religious word that simply means right moral relationships. Well, if I'm suppressing God's goodness in unrighteousness, then bringing Jesus into the conversation brings in righteousness or right relationships and reveals my problem for what it is in light of Jesus as wisdom for me. I simply need to see my situation through the right relationships of his wisdom. Could life really be that simple? In the next episode, we'll explore the key into that simplicity, which I hinted at last time. Until then, why not join me in thanking God for sending Jesus Christ to be all your wisdom, especially all your righteousness or all your right relationships. Welcome to the conversation.